If you looked at our resumes on paper, you might think it belongs to a team of people. Mortgage lending, health coaching, business consulting, teaching, real estate investing, even running a retail store. But in our life, all of that connects to one central idea: helping people make confident decisions with less stress and more clarity about what comes next.
That's a pretty wide range. So let's start with the now. Today, we are mortgage loan originators, licensed in Colorado, Arizona, California, and New Mexico. What do you feel is the core of what you do? Our core focus is education, especially for clients who are 62 and older, and for the families and trusted people around them. We specialize in home equity conversion mortgages, reverse lines of credit.
And I know that term can trigger a lot of assumptions, so I always slow it down and start with the real question. What are your options? And which option actually supports the life you're trying to live? You're emphasizing education right away. Why is that such a centerpiece for you? Because a mortgage isn't just paperwork. It's someone's retirement. It's their home. It's their sense of safety. When people don't understand the why behind a financial decision, they either avoid it completely or they agree to something they don't feel settled about. So my priority is making sure every step is explained, tailored, and communicated clearly without rushing them. Let's zoom in on reverse lines of credit for a second. What do you mean when you say it can reduce financial stress? A lot of homeowners have most of their net worth tied up in equity. They're living in a valuable home, but their monthly cash flow may feel tight. A reverse line of credit can create access to that equity in a structured way. For the right person, it can mean breathing room. It can mean fewer hard choices, or not having to drain other assets as quickly. And something special in this chapter of our lives is that Ray and I are partnering at Village Mortgage and Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties. It's a true team approach, and we share this passion for bringing information to people in a way that feels empowering instead of overwhelming.
What does that partnership change for the client experience?
It adds depth. 2 sets of experience, 2 perspectives, and a shared commitment to staying connected to the client beyond closing. A lot of people think of lending like a transaction. We don't. We want to be those steady resources people can call when a life change happens, or when a question pops up years later. There's a theme I keep hearing: long-term relationship, not one-time deal. Exactly. Our goal isn't just to help someone sign documents, it's to help fulfill goals and dreams, to become trusted friends, and to be available during the retirement journey. If we do it right, a client finishes the process feeling more confident than when they started.
Before your current focus, you worked across different mortgage channels. What did those earlier roles teach you?
They taught us production, structure, and how to manage the full life cycle of a loan. We have worked with a wide variety of clients, partnered with realtors, and handled purchases with strong monthly volume. Learning how to structure loans, coordinate documentation, and push files cleanly through underwriting to funding with a really high pull-through rate. Sometimes it was fast-paced refi work. Lots of transferred calls, lots of clients, and you had to build trust quickly while still being accurate. Other times, it was much more relationship-driven. Community marketing, events, partnering with realtors, even doing weekend home showings. It was hands-on, and it sharpened my ability to serve the whole person, not just the loan file. So when someone comes to you today, what kinds of loans do you typically help with? Our specialty is the reverse line of credit and the first lien home equity line of credit, but we also help first-time home buyers and clients using FHA, VA, conventional, USDA, and refinances, including many types of loan products, including bridge and hard money loans, to get clients over the finish line with creative solutions.
We believe we find the bottleneck and save loans that others won't give the necessary time and energy to in order to save the scenario. The common thread is listening closely and then building the best path based on their real-life situation.
Your background in health coaching is unusual for a mortgage professional. How does that influence your approach? More than people might expect. Since 2012, I've been in health coaching and integrative nutrition. I served as a nutritionist, clinical director, and wellness coordinator in a medical environment working alongside doctors focused on anti-aging and integrative medicine. In that world, you learn quickly that information alone doesn't change someone's life. Support does. Strategy does. Meeting people where they are does. A mortgage process can feel like a stress test. People are making big choices, often with family dynamics involved, and sometimes fear or confusion. The coaching background helps me slow down, ask better questions, and keep the process calm and clear. That's interesting. Almost like you're coaching people through a financial transition. That's exactly how it feels. Whether it's health or finances, people want a plan that fits their goals and their values. They want someone who can translate complex information into practical next steps.
You also have a long history in business consulting.
Yes. Since the early 90s, we have been senior managing partners in a consulting business. Entrepreneurship consulting, real estate leasing and investing, environmental land management, and even conflict management and divorce mediation work. That may sound like a lot, but it formed me into someone who can stay grounded when emotions and money mix together. And you've taught at the university level too. I taught computer information systems as an adjunct lecturer at Colorado Mesa University. Teaching reinforces something I deeply believe in. If you can't explain it clearly, you don't fully own it. That mindset shows up every day when I'm walking clients through their options. Let's turn this into a story for listeners. Imagine someone is 67, recently retired, and feeling that pinch between rising living costs and a fixed income. They own a home, but they're worried about the next decade. What happens when they reach you? First, they get time. We talk about what they want their retirement to feel like. Are they trying to travel, help family, stay in their home long term, reduce monthly obligations? Then we look at what resources they already have, income, savings, equity, and we map their options.
If a reverse line of credit might fit, we talk through how it works in plain language and what it can and can't do. If it doesn't fit, I say that. I'd rather lose a deal than see someone take on a product that doesn't support their well-being. So the tension in the story is the uncertainty, the fear of making the wrong financial move.
Yes. And the resolution is clarity. Even if they don't move forward with anything right away, they leave with a stronger understanding. They know their choices. They can talk to their family about it without feeling embarrassed or confused. That's a win. You mentioned something earlier that stood out, observing the client's time carefully. What does that mean in practice? It means being efficient, organized, and respectful. People don't want endless back and forth or mystery steps. They want to know what's needed, why it's needed, and when it's due. My job is to make the process feel as painless as possible while keeping accuracy high. Outside of your professional life, what keeps you grounded? Family, for sure. Love our elders, love our babies and grandbabies, love pickleball. I love health coaching, real estate investing, and I try to play piano when I can. Beautiful food and fresh air walks the smell of rain ground my soul. I really do believe in living with purpose and passion and in taking baby steps toward your dreams. That philosophy applies to everything. Health, finances, retirement planning, all of it. And your education path reflects that lifelong learning. Does. I earned my MBA from Regis University, my bachelor's in business and in science from Colorado Mesa University. I've done extensive training in integrative nutrition and wellness with my PhD in natural health, plus so very proud to have earned the Certified Reverse Mortgage Professional certification. I've also studied at Notre Dame with an emphasis in mediation, leadership, conflict management, and negotiation, including human capital management. I have been mentoring under Tony Robbins from sea to shining sea since 2012, clear from California to Australia. For me, learning isn't a phase, it's a habit.
Before we wrap, I want to touch on Ray's master automation, computer, and mathematical skills, as he is the major player in scaling our life and the clients' lives whom entrust us. Magical.
So when someone asks, who is Kimberly and Ray Gedstad? What would you want them to understand in one breath?
We are a power couple who puts God at the center, listens to the small whispers, and helps people make big life decisions with less stress and more confidence, especially around retirement and home equity. We bring business strategy, mortgage expertise, and a coaching mindset. And we'll be honest and present with you from ready, set, go through the years that follow.
And that's a great place to end. Clarity, confidence, and a relationship that doesn't disappear after the paperwork. Thanks for sharing your story. Thank you. If this conversation helped even one person feel a little more informed, it was worth it.